Hey, Jimmy.
Here we are. We're recording now. Happy birthday, Be the Spark.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to everyone. Happy birthday.
Yeah. Oh, I can't believe I forgot to record all that. That's okay. That's okay. So one of the things that I want to do today is so the affirmations for the chakras are like I can, I will, and I'm not doing them in order. I can, I will, I do, I believe, I can't remember them all. But what I want to ask you guys is what intentions can we set for the future of Be the Spark? What do you want to see? How do you want to see Be the Spark grow, expand to where there's 100 people on this call? And
Mm.
yeah, maybe one day we're in a stadium having a conversation on a like a panel.
Well, can I say something? I
Absolutely.
feel that if we have a little more sessions on how we do the things we do to get through and what tools we use, because maybe people want or have the desire but don't know how
Right.
to put the footwork in to do the action.
Mm.
I feel if we be a little more open with our routine or what routine we use to start our process.
Okay. That's a really good idea.
Because it's like you calling for people, right? People who may have the desire to come in, but don't know how to take that initial step because they haven't had no guidance. They know that the desire is there, but if we encourage by saying this is what it took for me to be loyal to the group, I had to first be loyal to myself. I had to sit down and make a routine for myself that that consists of positivity, that consists of time management, that consists things to that nature.
Right, right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'd like to invite you all, and even the people watching this on Facebook or maybe watching the recording, is on our Be the Spark Movement Facebook page. Is if you're doing a video for TikTok or Instagram or whatever, please feel free to go ahead and post that on our Be the Spark Movement page, Facebook page.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that that's how we can get some more engagement is to invite people to share their stories, on a video, and then maybe we can comment on it too. So, I
Yeah.
mean, if you have, I mean, I do a lot of stuff on TikTok and I think I'm posting most of them on there, but I invite everybody to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, and let them know that their story is important because if they have something that they have to, I think we're given stories not only to go through them and get through them, but to share with other people. And if they feel like their stories are important, they should give it a platform. This is a great platform for it to be on. If they have an encouraging story, put it on this kind of a platform. It encourages other people to tell their stories. And in turn, one story will help you, another story will help me, and vice versa. So I think, encouraging them to share their stories, not be afraid of sharing their own stories, sharing what they had to go through. Because we all have stories. We just have to share them. We all have shit.
I agree. Anybody else have thoughts around that?
For me, I'm looking at actually have discussions with other people, other groups about our movement, about our motives. I'll be sharing with a lot of people, a lot of communities. I'm planning to start visiting schools, and I'll call on everyone who has a plan, who has some information, maybe developing something like a module which can help us, maybe or guide us on routines with school children, teachers, and community leaders. That's what I'm planning this second year of our movement.
Mm.
That makes
That's
sense.
what I have in plan. So we can have it as an intention for everyone in their communities to take an initiative visiting various communities of people, let's say disabled, those in shelters, even those in school, hospitals, and we talk about our motives, our goal, our vision. I think can take us to another level. That's what I'm doing.
So
Thank you.
having their own, Jimmy, do you mean creating their own in their community, their own Be a Spark kind of thing, like a branch of this? Is that what you're talking about?
Kind of, but at first, that's also a good idea. At first, I'm looking at visiting communities and talking about our movement, sharing with them about our movement. That's what I'm
Right.
talking about. Then,
Mhm.
then what you have just said is also a good one. Forming minor community, rather minor groups of people in your communities, like minor Be the Spark movement communities within
Okay.
your community.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
But for
I
us to
like that.
achieve that, but for us to achieve something like that, we can drop something like a module which everyone
Mhm.
can follow. Maybe lesson is, for example, the topics we're having here. We can take the same topics, the same discussions from this platform, for example, Zoom meetings, and we continue sharing them with our community, with our people in our
Mhm.
localities. Still, that works. But
Yeah.
initially, I'm looking at sharing with communities, let's say schools, uh, students. I'm looking at community leaders and various groups of people. Let's say the disabled, those in shelters, and those in hospitals. Sharing with them the message that we usually discuss the Zoom meetings, the
Mhm.
lessons, sharing with them the lessons. For example, the other day, the last meeting when we talked about loyalty, Karen's story was really touching and inspiring on how she's loyal with herself, being loyal with herself has helped the community, has helped those surrounding her, the family.
Mm. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Such stories, when we continue sharing them with other people in our localities, I think they can bring some change. Some people might be inspired. There are people outside there who are looking for motivation. And if you
Yeah.
can have that as also an intention for this new year, as we continue with the movement, it will be a
Um,
good
Yeah.
move. Thank you.
Carrie, I believe flyers saying how to be free from trauma, how to, how to be free from depression. Flyers stating, this is what we release inside of being the spark. Something that can be read saying this is what the group is offering, this is what the group works on, something to that nature. If I was sitting put, because I know that I'm here, I'm there, I'm there, I'm there. I do post on Facebook every day, Instagram, and TikTok every day, something inspirational.
Right.
What I can do on my pages is I can make a post of Be the Spark and how it has helped me to become freer, to become free and not just have freedom.
Mhm.
I love that.
Um, so
I can make all kinds of flyers and send them to
okay,
you, and y'all can post them wherever.
right. And Carrie, you follow me on TikTok. You see every day I got something up here. You follow me on Facebook. I do the same thing on Instagram, Clapper. You know, sometimes I'll post videos, but a lot of times my inspiration be my daily different affirmations.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, I can definitely make flyers, and I mean, I love to do that. Canva, and I can send those out to everybody, and we can start just posting them. I think, word of mouth, like personally inviting people, and
Mhm.
that's always a good thing too.
Yeah. Yeah, because I don't do that. I'm terrible at that. I don't think about it until, as far as reaching out to other people, until like the very last minute, like, oh my God, I haven't told anybody. So I really yeah, so the flyers are a good idea. Just to post something on our pages. Each one of us post something about Be the Spark, how it helped us, or maybe after each meeting, like once a month for sure, we talk about what we talked about and what we got from our meetings on our page, on our separate pages. So I think I'm
Yeah.
gonna start doing that. Whatever I get out of this, I'm gonna post tomorrow about what it did for me. So maybe that'll
That's
get some people interested in it. So
Well, and Jeffrey has a podcast. I have a podcast.
mhm. Right.
So that's another way to do things.
Yeah.
I had a thought and it fluttered away. I guess the intention that I want to set for the coming year is to invite more people in to
Mhm.
have this conversation so we can grow. And listen, I have conversation topics picked out from now until the end of the year, but those can change. So if people want to have a different topic of conversation, we can definitely do that. And we can definitely repeat some that we've already done.
Mhm. Mhm.
Does anybody have a different topic of conversation? Go ahead, Jimmy.
I don't have a different topic today. I wanted to add on what you were saying. Are you getting me?
Yeah.
Okay, I wanted to add on what you
Can,
were saying. Along the course, I'll be inviting members to come through virtually and share with the different people I'll be visiting. Maybe via Zoom. I'll be visiting schools starting next month. I'll be forming small groups of students in different schools, let's say groups of 10, groups of 15, and I'll get a PC, maybe occasionally, let's say weekly or monthly, get some of the members here, invite them to come through via Zoom and share a word with these people.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
That's a
So
great idea.
anytime I'll be inviting you guys.
We would just have to get the times right. We can pick a particular time where they're going to be, because our hours are so different. But yeah, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
I would love to do that.
Well, and I want to also learn how to do like clips. So we can put, like a 2-minute clip of our meeting out on social media too, so people can experience it without having to watch the whole thing.
Mhm.
So that is one of my intentions to learn how to do. Sorry, I'm watching dogs play in the backyard.
can I think another way of wean in um through movement.
Okay.
Through movement. Maybe one one month we have a movement group where we demonstrate of what it really takes to ground yourself
Okay.
and be ready to help tap into things that needs to be released, because and it's called a toolbox. Each
Yeah.
one of us have a fancy tool that we use for ourselves daily, right?
Yes.
People that is not familiar with that process needs to see exactly what it looks like to begin to be free. We can't just grab no one and expect them to know how to go into meditation or how to practice yoga. We
Right.
have to demonstrate what we do to get ourselves centered, to be able to go inside our own mind. Because
Okay.
there's a lot of furniture up there, people move around without assistance.
True. True.
And sometimes that furniture, when they move it the wrong direction.
Mhm.
I think
So,
that's a really good idea, Karen. My wheels are turning now because maybe we can have a pop-up video
mhm.
And
2 or 3 minute pop up with each one of us performing a different tool that we use to,
That's
because
a good
for
one.
a long time, it took me a long time to be able to sit still in my own
Mhm.
for 5 minutes.
yes,
Yeah.
And now I can go and I can stand here and tone out the world and be here for an hour, but it took time. It took me watching other people and
Right.
learning how to, what I say, not give a fuck.
right.
Mhm.
It's a
I want
practice.
to I want to be healed. I want to be free. I want to be different. I want to do different. I want to feel different. So what do I have to do? I have to observe. I have to observe before I can implicate things in my life that will help me.
Well, and I think that's a good point, Karen, is that you have to want to. You have to
Yeah.
want to heal.
Yeah, but we have those people, Carrie, that want to but don't have encouragement,
Right.
don't have assistance, don't know how to take that first step.
Don't know how
It's
to
like a
begin.
baby. It's
Yeah,
like a baby. They crawl before they walk. And
absolutely.
once they start walking, then they start to run, and climbing on different things. It's like we have to handle people at this day and time that has been through some things and really deep down inside have the desire
Right.
for something different and are willing to try, and but they're coming in knowing what it looks like because they had a glimpse of it.
I like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just giving them a little inspiration, a little hope, a first step to take.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah. And I wonder if people don't want to join, these conversations because they don't know what to expect or
Yeah. Because a lot of things, like if you scroll through the internet, I have a love-hate relationship with the internet. But if you scroll through, it's so much craziness and negativity that when you hear about something, you're not sure where it's gonna go. You get on there and all of a sudden it's just going somewhere crazy. And I think a lot of people are like gun shy as far as just being attaching themselves to things on social media because things go really, you don't know if people have good intentions, if they're, you know. So I think that's part of it too. And then the victim thing too. Sometimes you can get used to being in a certain role in life, and you just figure that that's your destiny, and it's not. But you've convinced yourself that that's where you were born there, and you're gonna stay there. And a lot of people are stuck on that too. So it's hard to get past that part. I think if they give this a chance or anything that's positive, they can
anything.
move beyond that. So you show them how to move
But
beyond that.
and what us that's a little more advanced have to understand that the mind control that's going on in the world, I'm gonna put it
Mm-hmm.
like that,
Yeah,
with
definitely.
people being dumbed down on medications, discouraged from information from a doctor,
Yeah.
and no encouragement
Media.
on, you know,
Yeah.
it takes a village
Yeah.
Yes.
to make a difference.
Yeah.
It's not a one person's job, right?
Right.
Just
Right.
like you got it, Jeffrey, Carrie got it, the others that sit in this group have it. But it took us to see, not only feel the desire for different,
Mm-hmm.
but to go through some experiences that
Mm-hmm.
forces us to want to
Exactly.
do this,
Exactly.
right?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
we're not doing anything to force anybody. We're given a vision of what it looks like
Mm-hmm.
to make that attempt because people are scared, afraid. People are fear, and which is false evidence appearing real.
Yeah.
People are programmed to think that the world is against them now.
Right.
Yeah.
That
Right.
there's
So true.
nobody out here that
So true.
cares. That there's
Yeah.
nobody that understands their conditions
Mm-hmm.
or their mindset.
Mm-hmm.
And we're not too far removed that we cannot take a step back and look
Right.
at where we came from and what it
Mm.
took for us to get out of that lump of fear,
Exactly.
Absolutely.
you know.
So true.
And you know,
So true.
it takes patience.
It does.
It takes patience, and with the gratitude that we have for ourselves for coming as far as we've come, we cannot keep what we have if we don't give it away.
Exactly. Exactly.
What is a teacher doing in a teacher's seat that has experienced some things and know what it takes to get free of some things, but not writing out the program for the person that don't know?
Mm-hmm.
We have to put a little more effort because the group can definitely expand because it's
Absolutely.
a very positive group. And let me tell you something, within a year's time, I can tell you my level of growth. I can tell you my level of growth from just the name Be the Spark.
You have
Mm-hmm.
worked really
Yeah.
hard, Karen.
Yeah.
Really hard.
Yeah.
It wasn't an easy task, but
Right.
once I detached from being afraid because I knew I had something in me to give to
Mm-hmm.
myself first, to help
Mm-hmm.
myself elevate to a higher level of understanding life on life's terms. Understanding that it takes inner work
Yeah.
to be free and stay out of the past, which is the depression part of my life. And don't go too far in the future because that's the part that brings the anxiety. Stay in
Mm-hmm.
the
Yeah.
moment.
Stay in the
Stay in
moment.
the
Yep.
here and
Exactly.
now.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah,
That's
that's the
what this.
hard part.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
But that's what this group has done for me. This group has really made me stay. Like Karen just said, you hit it perfectly. Staying in the moment. This group has really helped me not to think about the past, because sometimes I get caught in that and get angry about that. I can't do anything about that. The future I have no idea about, but to stay in the moment. And that's what this group is. If it's done anything for me, it's done a lot of things, but that's what has been most impactful in my life, is staying in the moment and enjoying. We got up this morning.
You
Just
know,
that. We got up this morning. And that's
and
that's a that's a
maybe
plus.
the next group after our year our birthday, the next group can be about how do we stay in the moment?
Mm-hmm. That's a
Living
good
in
one.
the
And
present.
how do we
Yeah.
stay in the present moment?
Yeah. That's so true.
You're right.
That's
That
tough too. That's tough. It really is.
I'm going to
It
remember
really
that.
is. Yeah.
Let's see, Jimmy says, adding to Karen's opinion, lately found many people who take pride in their conditions and traumas. They are not ready to listen to anyone else except their different drugs,
Yep. They want to stay there. Yep.
doctors.
Yep. So
Forgetting
true.
about their inner strength and healing, they have been
Yep.
held captive in their fears. Jimmy, that's a
Yep.
quote
Yeah,
right
it
there.
is.
Yeah.
They're putting the handcuffs on themselves. They're putting the
Absolutely.
handcuffs on themselves.
I'm going to save that, hopefully. It's right. And it is like the foundation of fear determines where we're going.
Mm-hmm.
So I like to see it as, so your comfort zone expands.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of stepping out of your comfort zone,
Mm-hmm.
you allow your comfort zone to expand. And that's where healing starts.
Yeah.
So you could be in this little bubble of fear and self-doubt, and it's up to you to grow your bubble of self-confidence and release that fear and meet new people and let go of people that are not serving your purpose in life,
Mm-hmm.
and inviting people in that are. And I think that for me, there's so many things that this group has just like lit me up about. But for me, it's about knowing the people I can depend on, knowing the people that I can share with,
Mm-hmm.
and the people that are going to show up
Yeah.
and help me stay in this positive mindset, because I feel like this is part of my soul's purpose, to help people to move from fear and a tiny little space in their life to expanding their comfort zone, expanding their vision, expanding their light, because we all have it within
Yeah.
us.
Yeah. And forgiving. And
Yeah.
forgiving. That's a big one, because a lot of times we'll say, I'll speak for myself. A lot of times I'll say I forgive somebody, but as soon as that person's name or that particular situation comes up, I'm angry again. So have I really forgiven? So we have to learn how to forgive, because we benefit when we forgive. Not so
Right.
much the other person, but we benefit. So when we say we forgive, we have to let go of that and actually really, really forgive. But if it's still bringing hatred and animosity and hurt, then we haven't forgiven yet. So that's a big step too. I mean,
Yeah.
that's a
Right.
tough one too, but we have to get there.
Yeah.
To get there.
And kind of tagging on to what you're saying is you have to be able to let it go,
Yeah,
right? Because you're not
Mhm.
letting it go.
exactly. If
Even
it's
though you
angering you
think
every
you've
time.
forgiven that person,
Exactly.
you haven't
Exactly.
let it go.
You haven't let it go.
And
Exactly.
releasing that and letting it go is where you don't care about forgiving that person anymore.
Mhm.
That's still part of your past, and letting it go and saying, whatever you've learned or taken from that or whatever. But I think key to what you're saying is you got to let it go.
Gotta let it go. That has so many of us, myself, stuck in some, and we think we're okay, I'm moving forward, and then I'll have a flashback, and all of a sudden I'm like, man, this happened 20 years ago or 2 months ago and I'm still stuck there. So I haven't forgiven that person. And as long as I haven't forgiven that person, I haven't forgiven myself for being foolish enough to whatever I went through. So I'm still stuck there. So yeah, that's a big one. Forgiving and really
That's not
forgiving.
really,
You know.
it's not really that you're stuck there. It's just that things come back, right? So
Yeah.
something will happen and it'll remind you of another situation or whatever. And you're going, okay, well, why do I still feel that way? Right.
Right.
You kind of have
Yeah.
to connect to that. What's that feeling that I'm feeling? You know where it came from. And then part of that is releasing it, right? Because
Mhm.
and healing is an always ongoing process. So
Yeah.
it's not
Totally.
one day you're healed and you don't have any more issues.
Right.
I've learned that lots of things come back, and what I have to notice is why did that trigger something in me? What am I
Can I
still holding on to?
Yeah.
And what
can
do
I
I need
say
to
this?
release?
Right.
Can I say this?
So
Yeah.
true.
When we forgive, right? I must just speak for me. A part of me forgiving, it's coming out of letting go of the things that had harmed me. I'm gonna give a prime example. When I first started this group a year ago, I was working on a lot of things, but I was still in a lot of pain. And it wasn't until I really learned how to go totally inside and learn how to release everything with love. Release it with love. And then when my mother's name started coming back up, or situations with my mother started coming back up for everybody that knew, she got back with the pedophile that went to jail for 34 years and 10 months after molesting me. It no longer angered me. It no longer angered me because I first had to accept the things that I was powerless over. And then I had to accept the rejection. So what I've learned to do was observe, discern, accept, and be neutral. And a part of me being neutral in situations, no matter what the effect it took on me for so many years, me becoming neutral helped my heart heal.
Yeah.
Helped me to understand that I can't change nobody,
Right.
but I can change me.
Exactly.
So that was my tool that I called out in the universe every day, constantly. It seemed like I played the tune so much I went from soprano to different levels of tones to the universe throughout the day just to heal myself.
Right.
And sometimes it looked like repetitive things, like people that pray a lot. It's a repetitive thing that they do to be heard until it's answered.
Yeah.
Took to help me understand the direction I was going in. I didn't want to suffer with that pain all of my life. I didn't know what I would do when this man came out of jail. Personally speaking, I didn't want to be alive. But the universe seemed fit for me to be in my right state of mind, to be able to accept the things that I cannot change and know that I would be healed, but I had to do some work on why am I afraid? Why am I feeling angry when I hear this person's name called? Why? What am I not letting go of? What am I not accepting? And it all boiled down to I wasn't accepting the fact that my ego would not allow me to get at him the way I wanted to.
Wow. Yeah. That's quite the revelation.
I was not accepting the fact that my mother made her own choice and her own decision. And I had no power in making that decision for her.
Right. Right.
But what I've learned to do is be neutral and understand from her point of view, I love this man for whatever he's done. I forgive, this is her mindset. I forgive him because I overlook it, But it was sad that she had to take that to her grave, And even since she's been gone, I still honor her for giving me life. No matter how bad my life looked, I give her honor for not aborting me. And I give her honor for the things that I went through that I've grown from. Because I wouldn't be who I am today had I wouldn't have had the challenges that I had in life.
Absolutely. And I think that's the biggest thing right there. Is, when these things come up, then we have to go inside and reflect, come back to the present and be like, okay, I hate this word, that triggered me. And why did it trigger me? And what do I still need to heal? What do I still need to work on? And how can I grow from whatever it is that's coming up?
Because it all comes right back to you on how you feel, deal, and heal with situations.
Right.
It comes back to you on what tools you use to not feel this way in your life, because that's not what you want to feel.
Right.
Yep. That's good. Yeah.
So what just came up for me was a micro intention. I don't even know if that's a thing, but that's what it just came to me, is like when these little triggers come up, we have those little micro intentions to come back to the present or to look inside. So it doesn't have to be something massive that we're having to deal with or whatever it is, but we can just have those little micro intentions that are kind of like little places we get to check in with ourselves and
let
say,
me give you an example. It's like sowing a seed inside yourself.
yeah,
You plant this mustard sized seed inside yourself that you constantly water with what you put in your body. And then you learn that seed is blossoming inside of you because this is what you want for yourself, and that's what it took for me. And it was like, after so much pain, after so much betrayal, rejection, denial, and the list goes on and on. The seed 1 year ago to this day, I planted in myself that has done blossomed to a beautiful flower
Absolutely.
because my resistance to go back into the suffering mode, my resilience to get on a better understanding of myself and know that can't nobody determine my mood.
Right.
Nobody. Because I have choices. I could remove myself from the situation. I could tone you out like you're not even there. You know, it's like when you have the ball in your hand, which is your own life, you're the controller. But when you have a ball that you're being controlled by, which is an emotion, that is not lining up with the elements and the functions of life, then that's when the explosion comes. But if you have that ball that you done planted with your intentions of knowing what you want for yourself and your everyday life, after struggling, after feeling so much and not knowing what to do with it, you begin to use your control ball. You begin to use your control ball. And with using that ball, you'll find out the difference you make in your own life.
Yep.
Then you carry that to other people. And that's what
Exactly.
it's about, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was Jimmy still there? Is he still?
Yeah. Jimmy, you still there? I see him.
Oh, okay.
His
And then,
connection.
in life, we have, I don't know if a lot of people is into astrology and, it's like I follow the moon and the stars, right? And I know with my birth chart lining up with my planets and reading my time passage every day to know what major challenges I need to work on for myself. Like it's a beautiful day. I'm out in the sun. I'm out in nature, right?
Yeah.
Don't think that life hasn't been showing up to try to pull me back into the negative mindset. It does every day. But I know that seed that I planted, I'm the dictator of my own journey and my own life. And I control how I feel. I control what moves me the wrong way. If it moves me the wrong way, that means I'm in the wrong place. And I have
that's where
choices.
intuition comes in, right? Like
Yes.
listening to our bodies, listening to our thoughts, and then deciding from there where you want to go.
Now, in this journey that I'm walking right now, around this circle, it's 2 miles, right? And I usually do it early in the morning, but I'm outside. I got an 8-month-old baby with me, and I'm on a Zoom, and I'm coming near the spot where I usually sit down and meditate for 20 minutes,
Nice.
and it just feels so good because when you connect with nature and you connect with the element of air, fire, and earth, and that little bit of water, which is that emotions, has done dried up some, and it comes out in a sweat instead of water of tears and sadness, it's an excellent feeling.
Absolutely. Jimmy, did you have something to add? Maybe not. I don't know. I think these conversations are just so enlightening, so empowering. So, I mean, I feel them in my heart when we have these conversations. and it
Yeah.
helps me to know that I'm on the right path.
Yep. We're definitely trying to be, that's for sure. What about,
And
is Neil
see,
here?
that's the algorithm. That's the algorithm. Because yeah, social media got a whole bunch of different algorithms. And you have the choice to set your algorithm according to how you post your posts, right?
How you want to live. Yep. Yep.
Yep, definitely.
Now, I have so many followers on TikToks, and not too often I'll make a live video, but I'll send up something inspiration, and it has changed my algorithm to I don't see a lot of the violence that's on social media. I don't,
Right.
because my algorithm does not consist of, I'm real mindful of my followers and who's following me,
Yes.
because I tell you what I would call the negative alien agendas will be after your life,
Yep.
will be after your life, and will do anything to try to dim your life and discourage you.
I think
Like I said,
we all know people like that who are
you
energy
know,
vampires.
yes.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
it's what you put in is what you get out.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Who else is here? Just Jimmy and because
Victoria.
Eric was here earlier. I mean, when I
I
first
didn't
tapped
see.
in, yeah,
Was
he
he?
was. Yeah, he was
What
because I said,
what happened to
oh, he
him?
was in the chat. He was in
Oh,
the chat. Is that the same thing? Maybe that's not the same thing.
no, it's not the same thing. That was
Oh,
on
okay, okay.
app. Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
Yeah. Neil's
Okay,
here. Go
so
ahead.
I add on a little. I don't know whether Jeffrey and Kerry you recall about Book Lane, the blog which have started interviewing authors all over the world, and I hope in a few weeks I'll be interviewing someone from Australia. She's called JJ Carpenter. She's a very great author down that side. She's coming through. But what I've got, there is an idea which I have just got from this platform when you were talking
Uh-huh.
about recording short videos and pop-up videos. I think on my podcast with her and other authors who will be coming through for interviews, I can have it pop up on the screen before we start off, or maybe within the breaks of the interview, so that many people remember they are readers and followers of different authors will be coming through to read, rather to listen to the podcasts on YouTube, as well as reading the articles on the blog. So I think
Mhm.
something I can look at
Okay.
in the near
Okay.
future.
Yeah, that's an excellent idea. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I can do a middle thing on my podcast too. So maybe I'll do a commercial for Be the Spark.
Yes, that's what
Yeah.
I'm talking about. Something like a command.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's an excellent idea.
Good idea. Definitely.
Karen was saying something.
Karen, did you have something else to add?
Oh no, I was just listening. I'm
Okay.
just listening. Right, just a minute.
So, does anybody else have anything to say about intentions or what they want to see and how we want to see grow? I hear we'll do some flyers, we'll do some commercials. I'm going to learn how to take snippets from our videos. Jimmy and Jeffrey and I have talked about writing about what we have been in these meetings. So like if we were going to write about what this meeting was about, it would be about intention setting and how we want to see Be the Spark grow. And then last time was loyalty, and that we want to write
Yeah.
about that and put it in a book, a collective book of Be the Spark. So if there's something, a quote you want to add or something like that, please let us know, send that to us, because it's going to be a task to do this, but Jimmy and Jeffrey and I want to really put a book together about Be the
Yeah.
Spark and the
Good
conversations.
news.
And we should.
Good.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. Good news. I've already completed my article about loyalty. I'll be
Right.
having it. And I'll share with you guys
Oh,
about the
good.
other previous meeting. And I hope this week I'll be writing this week, which we are going to start on Sunday. I'll be writing about what we have. I've been noting. If you have been seeing me off and on, I've been taking some notes, which will help me create about all the ideas we have discussed about the intentions and the future of the Spark movement. Thank you.
Yes.
Oh, that's
That's-
good. That's beautiful. I think we should give ourselves a deadline too, because I think we could do it before the end of the year. What do you guys think? Is that? I really think we could put it together by the end of the year. Just,
Well, Carrie, what I'll do is I'll
Absolutely.
write something and I'll send it to you in an email about
Okay.
loyalty. And I'll also take a picture of my arm because that's my tattoo, my only tattoo, loyalty over everything, because I first learned that I had to be loyal to myself.
Oh, I
Mhm.
love
So
that.
I'll write something and I'll send it to you. I'm gonna log off, but
Okay.
please keep me posted on the
Absolutely.
next meeting. And if you're doing anything and you need some input, you have my number.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And you know, if
Okay.
you want to do a video,
Okay.
just pop it on that Be the Spark movement page on our Facebook.
Okay.
Thank you,
Yep.
Karen.
Okay. Bye
See
bye.
ya.
All right.
Bye.
Thank you. All right. Bye.
Yeah, so what else? What else do we want to do in this meeting, or we feel like that's complete? Anything else you want to add?
Mm.
I'm just trying to think of ways to grow the group. I mean, I think we have a good group here and some good conversations about how do we get it out there and get more people involved.
Absolutely.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a biggie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a task, but
Yes.
we're gonna do it.
Mhm.
Yeah. It's been a year, a good year.
It
It
has
really
been.
has. I was hoping that, we all were hoping to be like 50, 60 people in the chats, but that's not the way it goes. So, we just have to
Well,
keep doing it. We just have to keep doing it.
yeah. I think we've established a nice foundation, so
Yeah.
just all keep starting to share more and and I need to do it more too. Like I do
Yeah.
it
I
the
definitely.
week before and I like cram it all in, but sharing it throughout the month and personally
Mhm.
inviting people to be a part of this will be
Yeah.
a huge, huge improvement. So
By
Yeah.
the way, before you guys go,
yes.
how would you see us getting some of the articles that
So
members will be writing and we share them on some of it? Are you getting? I was saying, how do you see for the articles that we'll be writing?
Mm-hmm. Oh, shit. As far as getting other people to, like, people would come into it to write on those topics.
No, I'm trying to mean the articles that we shall be writing with the three and maybe other members. We can have them shared on some of the platforms, some of the blogs. I have friends who are writing for some newspapers all around the world, some journals. If I have your consent, you share with me the
absolutely.
articles, then you can share with some of them.
Yeah, and on our Be the Spark website, there's a place for a blog too. So we can share some stuff there, and then you can share stuff from the blog too.
I was saying the articles that members will be writing, for example, about the topics that we discuss here. How do you see when I share them with some of my friends, the journalists writing for different journals, they are writing for different blogs as well. You can share the articles with them when I have your consent.
Okay.
I know some of the articles will be carrying confidential information. Now,
You
perhaps
can,
if I get your consent, I can share with them. It will help
yes,
us spread word about the movement. People will be getting to know about us
Oh yeah.
from the stories shared, from the lessons learned, and I hope it can take us to another level.
Yeah, I think you have, I think you have everybody's consent because we do this
Oh,
live.
yeah, yeah, definitely, definitely.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you were talking about our consent, like if we write something and you want to share it with people. Is that what you're talking about, Jimmy?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
But
absolutely.
Yeah,
with
you
your,
definitely have our consent. Yeah,
with your permission, yes.
yeah,
And maybe I'll write up a consent form just to put on our Facebook group also,
yeah,
just because you never know. So
yeah. With the blog, with the website, I haven't written anything for that thing. Oh my God, I forget all about it. So can you send the web name? I don't even know the name. It's just be
yeah, it's
this
just
smart, right?
BeTheSparkMovement.com. So you
.com.
actually have
Okay,
you actually have a video on there that I put that you sent me. And so if
okay,
y'all write anything, I mean, you can go on there and read whatever, but if y'all write anything, just send it to me and I'll put it on there. So,
okay. Hey, what if we because we can all do this at different times. What if we can't get to write? Well, we can write stuff too. But what if after every meeting that we have, that all of us make a video and send it and just talk about what we got from the so they get it here and they also get it from if they go on the website say, oh, okay, they're talking about, they can get it either way,
yeah,
how it impacted, I don't know,
absolutely.
just something, put
Yeah.
more out there.
Like anything, write about it, video about it, dance about it. I don't care, you
Yeah.
know?
Oh, okay.
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, just however y'all want to share it. If, you can put it on the Facebook group and then I can put it on our website. I can put it on my
Okay.
TikTok, the Instagram and wherever.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
Send it all to me and I'll get it distributed out there and then everybody does it on their social media too. Victoria,
Yeah.
did you have something to say?
Yeah, so I know that you post stuff on the Facebook page and elsewhere, Instagram. I'm not a TikToker, so don't ever expect me to be doing that. But um, so I was thinking about, because you were talking about posting things there. I mean, so I have like instructions on like, how to do grounding and how to, maybe posting a short meditation or something
Mm,
like that. That
Absolutely.
people can kind of spark some inspiration. Because I mean, some of the things, I mean, they're so simplistic, but
Right.
they
mm,
can, it's like a starting point for people who don't know what a grounding is.
mm,
And be, like, I can't do meditation. Well, you can do this meditation because,
mm, mm.
so maybe that's an idea too. So if that's
Yeah.
something you think, then I can start posting that stuff to the Beast Bark Facebook. And I guess
Mhm.
I can share it to Instagram, but I don't know if I can do that. But I think you might have to have certain permissions, but it's just an idea.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
if you send it to me, I can post it on our Instagram,
Okay.
on the Be the Spark Movement Instagram, but you can post on your Instagram, also. But
Yeah, well, I'm
would-
not that skilled at Instagram, so
yeah, that's
I
okay.
can do Facebook, but Instagram, it's another thing I need to work on.
Yeah, we're all learning. We're all learning. We'll get there. But that would be
Yeah.
lovely. I would love for you to do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, wonderful. Thank you
Yeah.
guys.
Great.
Thank you guys
Yeah.
for being
Thank you.
here. A
Yeah.
year. This is our
Yeah.
13th
Yeah.
one.
Wow. This is
Happy
13.
birthday.
This is number 13.
Happy birthday as well.
Yeah. Thank
Yes,
you
Yeah.
all.
yes.
Good. Sorry for being late, guys. I was out and about. So
You're
Yeah.
thank you,
good.
guys.
Congratulations to a year.
Yes,
Yeah.
congratulations.
We
Thank
did
you
it.
guys for all your love and support. And I can't tell you how much this all means to me to
Yeah.
help me, live my soul's
It's
purpose
okay.
too.
Yep. Exactly. All right. Love you guys. Take care,
Love
everybody. See you
you.
next time. And let
Bye.
remind us. Send me reminders to start writing on that website too. I have to start doing that.
I
We have
will. I
Yeah.
will.
All right. All right, Jimmy. Take care. Okay.
Bye.
All right, everybody. Take care of yourselves. All right. Bye.
Bye.